actually don't know anything about this. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I don't follow VTuber news that much. It's usually sent to me. I'm not really this might sound crazy, but I'm not really like that into VTuber news. So it is interesting. It is interesting though. I'm not saying that like, I don't like watching it. I do, but it's not like high on my oh my god must watch list. You know. All right. We got a situation here with Filian, and this one's by Rev Says Desu. This one just went up. Let's see what happened. I have heard a lot of people talking about this, so people have been talking about this like kind of in the channels.
Hey, what's up guys, Rev here. So today we're going to be looking at a very messy situation involving the popular VTuber Filian. Now, she's been canceled many times in the past,
Oh,
but
really?
this one is very unique, where she was let go by one of her major producers over her collaboration with several Russian VTubers. Now, of course, this is going to get into some topics that are very serious, like the Ukraine and Russia war, but everything I've seen so far regarding the situation and the related posts, I see a lot of misinformation. And I'm not here to be the arbiter of truth. I'm not here to tell you how you should or shouldn't think about this situation. But the problem is, I think a lot of the people supporting the decision of the producer are doing so not only on, at best, guilt by association, but that guilt by association is based on layers upon layers upon layers of misinformation that is instantly debunkable. So let's get right into it. My goal here is to give you context, and you can make your own decision. Now, we begin with the VTuber Awards. This is something that is hosted by Filian.
Oh boy.
This is a very big event, and it has two major producers, okay? It has Mythic Talent and WePlay Studios. And yesterday, WePlay Studios came out with this statement in a vague sense, clearly cutting ties with Filian for her association with Russian VTubers. So let's read the statement. As a company deeply rooted in Ukraine, WePlay Studios has consistently shown a pro-Ukrainian position. Since February of 2022, we have terminated all collaborations with individuals and entities from the Russian Federation and the Republic of Belarus. We remain committed to working with partners who share and respect these values. Unfortunately, recent developments have prompted us to reevaluate our involvement in one particular project. WePlay Studios is discontinuing its work with the VTuber Awards and will no longer be involved in its production.
Okay.
This decision follows action taken by the event's host and founder, unnamed, but it's clearly Filian, cooperation with the Russian community, which is not aligned with our values and position. Despite this, the VTuber Awards show represents a unique and ambitious initiative with the entertainment industry, and we are proud of the creative and technical contributions our team has made over the past 2 years. We are grateful to the companies and collaborators who partnered with us throughout the process.
Okay, hold on. So I gotta think about this for a moment, because like it's kind of easier to it's easier to judge it from the outside. So let me think. Like, okay, if Russia attacked America, and I was running a company, and I was running a company, and I supported a VTuber, let's say Julio, and Julio was from America, and I was supporting Julio's project, and then Julio was friends with a Russian, and was friends with a Russian person, would I be mad? I think there's not really. Because that doesn't really have anything to do with the individual person, right?
Yes. Now.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with the individual person. Like sure, the country, I guess, like attacked you, but then
There's a lot to unpack there,
I want to
obviously.
unpack the whole thing
and again, if a Ukrainian company doesn't want to associate with some sort of a Russian company or something like that, I think people understand that. But this is based on
that would make sense to me. That part would make sense, I think.
At best, cutting ties with Filian for collaborating with Russian VTubers. And due to the...
Wait, so she just collabed with a Russian VTuber? That's it? That's it?
The vagueness of this post, a lot of people are filling in the gaps themselves, and it's leading to a lot of tension. Now, here's some of the more popular quotes of this post. it was because Filian did a collab with a Russian VTuber. Just because they are Russian, that doesn't mean they agree with what's going on in Ukraine.
Yeah, exactly.
Here's a reply saying, I must have missed the part where Filian donated millions of dollars to the Russian war efforts and became Putin's top gal.
Oh, damn.
Here's another one from Armchair Expert. He says, stunning and brave with this meme article. This is not a real article. He clearly made this because it's written by Sukabiats. We salute you. Ukrainian soldier delivers heartfelt thank you to WePlay Studios for denouncing VTuber Awards show. In quotes, we've been hoping for an order to withdraw from the front lines, but seeing WePlay withdraw from the VTuber Awards comes a close second. Here's another one with a lot of support, about 6,000 likes, saying, I'm sorry. I was very unthoughtful of me to be born in Russia. I'll educate myself to become a better person. I'll choose a place to be born more mindfully next time to not disturb people with my nationality.
Yeah, you should.
Discrimination by nationality is all right when you do that right.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we really have a very divisive narrative. I think overall a lot of people are not happy with this decision. They have their concerns about it and what kind of a precedent it's...
Oh, and they're from Inglewood, California. That's where the bulletproof Popeye. That was actually no, that was Compton. Wasn't that Compton? I think it was Compton. Never mind, it was Compton. Never mind. I went to Compton, not Inglewood. Did I go to, I think it was. I think I did go to Inglewood actually. Yeah, I used to work next to Compton, like literally like on the border of Compton.
Sets, but there's this other side that is in rampant support of it, and I understand some of the points being made. But a lot of the people are supporting this decision based on layers upon layers of misinformation. Basically,
did you get mugged? No, but they had bulletproof glass Popeyes, though. That I used to go to at 2 a.m.
What they're trying to do is say this. At best, they're using guilt by association to say that Filian actively worked with Russian VTubers who are problematic, and this collaboration somehow would end up with WePlay Studios directly funding these Russian VTubers who would then, through their taxes, benefit the Russian military, which would then harm Ukrainians. Mm-hmm. And of course, all of this hinges upon things that I think are pretty easily dispellable. Now, this is the sort of narrative I've seen posted many times, probably 100 different times on different posts. This person says, for those who want proof, Filian collaborates with a streamer who works in the Russian defense, which she herself says.
Wait,
now,
what?
There's a lot, again, that has to be fully accurate for this to make any sense. So, Filian has to knowingly collaborate with a streamer who works in the Russian defense.
Okay,
now, this is the proof they provide, of course, untranslated clips, but I will find this. I was able to find this, and you have a comment, again, untranslated. So, what they're referring to here is a series of interactions, not collaboration.
Dude, this is like so deep. This is so deep.
Interactions.
This is like 10 layers deep now.
That happened between Filian and this Russian VTuber named Kamish.
Uh-huh.
And what they're showing in that clip that they linked is this right here, where at, I believe, the 3-minute mark or so, in Russian, they say that they work for the Russian defense. And, of course, that is something that they're using as kind of the main pillar to condemn Filian. But the problem is, they're coming out here in boldface saying they collaborated. And I will show you that, at best, there's only been a planned, possible collaboration, and that Filian likely never knew that this person worked for the Russian defense. In fact, the first interaction happened a couple weeks.
What does that mean, though? What does that mean, working for the Russian defense? Remember you bought Atomic Hearts Putin would send you to have a copy signed with his kiss? Yeah. Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. It's proven that guys, I like this. Okay, guys, I like this girl. I think she's very cute. And it absolutely means that I hate Ukraine. Because she's my favorite character from Little Busters, it means that I hate Ukraine, obviously.
Where she was doing a collab stream with Lena, and at one point, Kamish raided Filian, and Filian clearly did not know who this person was.
I'm getting raided. Oh, frick. Kamisha. Oh, what up, Kamish? Yo! Wait, so who is this, Chad? Russia? Dude! I keep getting rated by Russian VTubers. That's so sick.
Yo, it's Lena. I like Lena. She's nice.
Kamish! Can you teach me Russian sometime? I want to learn more than
You don't like
Privyet
Lena?
and Sikabliat.
I like Lena.
So this is the first interaction, and what many people are
Lena's always been nice to me.
calling a completed collaboration between the two, where Filian knew about this person's profession. But
I'm the first person you heard likes Lena. Lena has always been nice to me and never went after me for anything.
She clearly had never interacted or even seen this Russian VTuber before. And even after reading with the chat said, oh, this is a Russian VTuber. You should teach me Russian sometime. It's clear based on that moment, Filian thought this was just another Russian VTuber and she wanted to possibly have some sort of a collab in the future where she could learn Russian.
By the way, just because you get rated by somebody, and that might be hard to. I'm gonna translate this for like all the the people out there, all the haters. Okay, when you get rated by someone, it doesn't mean that you know them. In fact, the reason a lot of the times you raid people is because you don't know them, except for me because I'm scared of people. But rating people you don't know is how you kind of network and you get your name like kind of in their minds, and how you can kind of begin like a sort of friendship with that person is like, it's networking essentially when you raid people. It's networking. It's a sign of goodwill. That's what it is. It's like, it's basically like, hey, how's it going? That's all it is, really. It doesn't mean that like you're best friends or anything like that.
Nothing about any political statements, nothing about the background of this individual. It was just that bare bones. And of course, they keep trying. They keep trying to find other instances and proof of this collaboration that still has never happened, where that same poster links this saying, proof of desire to work with a killer. They're now calling this person a killer. And that Filian is trying to...
No, it's more the equivalent of like never mind.
Collaborate
it's self-explanatory
with that person.
I see some people spamming Russian. Okay, chat, what if you're Russian? Be honest. Where are my Russian viewers at? For the Russian viewers, I have an announcement for you guys. I am in contact now with 2 Russian VTubers. Trixie Vox and X Kamisha.
Whenever.
I am attempting to organize a collab. Now, one of them speaks no English, so I do not know how that's gonna work. The other one, I am going to find out if she speaks English. That's right, chat. Me and the Russian VTubers are gonna be raiding B, and I'm gonna scope him with my op.
Did she say rating B? It's rush B, not raid B. You rush B, you don't raid.
So yes, I'm going to learn Russian. I haven't told them a date yet, chat, but I want to try and do it next Wednesday.
So here we are at that point a few weeks later after the first interaction. Now they're talking about a collaboration where, again, they might learn some Russian from this VTuber and have some sort of a collaboration. Now, of course, this is their proof. This is the slam dunk.
She doesn't play. I know. I'm just memeing. It's not anything serious. It's not serious.
This is proof that they knew, Filian knew this person worked for the Russian defense.
I'm not trying to insult Filian. It's just a joke. It's just, I'm just being silly.
And that somehow collaborating with them would also force WePlay Studios to give this person money that would then go to the tax system, that would then go to the Russian military, that would then cause Ukrainians harm. It's a bit of a stretch. And also when you start looking at everything, the surrounding circumstances, the proof that's going around that this person exclaimed they work for the Russian defense comes from this video.
What does that mean, though? That they work... Okay.
And of course, YouTube no longer provides a direct date, so you have to use systems like this. And you can see the upload date. June 19th, okay? A few weeks after the first interaction, and seemingly a few days before the second collaboration discussion. And to give even more proof, I found another version of this clip, the same source material here that was uploaded. And if you check out the system again,
you guys ever think about, dude? Sorry, not really that related. I'm going tangent mode a little bit. Okay, guys, you ever think about how much fucking time that social media has wasted humanity on this fucking bullshit of like people who have like some kind of warpath and then they fucking schizo out and then they make some like conspiracy theory that's like 10 layers deep and then they get everybody on board that train. And then because like previously, right, it would be like one person in the town that just like has a schizo theory and it's like whatever, right? Nobody cares. But now everybody can see everyone's schizo theory. So now it's just everyone's having schizo theories. It's fucking crazy. Yeah, it's
same
crazy.
Date, June 19th. So it seems like
how much time have we wasted collectively?
That original stream was around June 19th. Now you look at the second video that we looked at where Filian announces again a potential collab with Kamish. That was uploaded on June 15th. So 4 days prior. In fact, if you go to the actual stream source, and if you don't know this with Twitch, if you hover over a stream, it will show you the date it was made, which was June 14th. Mm-hmm. So based on everything we've seen, these people are trying to say that based on the public clip, Filian should have known or already knew that this person worked with the Russian defense. But that clip came 5 days after the stream where she announced her further intentions to collaborate with this VTuber. Mm-hmm. So the timeline's not adding up. And basically their entire narrative depends on the timeline adding up.
Why didn't they just ask her? So if you're like the sponsor for like that thing, I mean, maybe she did. Maybe they did. I don't know. Why didn't they just ask her and be like, hey, you know that person is like working for the Russian military, right? And we're a Ukrainian organization. Like, why didn't they just ask her like normal people? Right? Like, just ask her.
And it doesn't. And
like, how do you feel about that? Like, is it like we feel like it's a little not good? Like, you know, we're not really for that. Why didn't they just ask her? Why they gotta make like some...
Again, if you want to make your own sort of judgments here based on whatever you find compelling, that's your decision. That's your opinion. But the people are, like we've seen, are...
Let me tell you something that happened, okay, with my friends, okay? I did something at one point, and so I did something, and then people were telling me that people were telling me that I did something that was not good to my friend. Okay, they were saying like, yeah, what you did was really rude and very bad. What you did to your friend, right? And I can't believe you would do that, Leaflit, right? And I was like, what the fuck? And so you know what I did? I messaged her. I messaged Shy and I said, Shy, I didn't mean to hurt you. Is it true that this offended you, this thing that I did? And then Shy said, what? No, it's fine. And I was like, okay. And that's it. It was over.
Spreading these crazy narratives that did not happen. There was no collaboration. There was only intent to collaborate. And that came after clips that were released where this person said they work for the Russian.
Like that one time you messaged me. Yeah. If people rumor and they're like, man, did you hear about what Leaflit did? She did that thing and like it really fucking, you know, like that's really fucked up to Julio. So I'm like, okay, well, Julio, is this true? Julio's like, nah. I'm like, oh, okay. Like,
in defense that they're also assuming that Filian must have seen.
Dude, you know, Astray messaged me one time and he was like, Leaflit, this thing happened. I'm not gonna tell you what it is. Leaflit, this thing happened. Like, help me, Leaflit. And I said, it was like, this thing happened to me. I was like, okay. I was like, Astray, I'm asking you straight up, what do you want from me in this situation? Do you want me to give you real advice, or do you want me to just like listen to what you have to say? And he was like, just listen. I was like, okay. And then the crisis was averted because I didn't fucking I didn't like tell him like, oh, well, you know, this is how you solve it, and like make him feel more bad, right? I mean, it's like,
and then somehow it ties into the statements made by WePlay Studios. And the problem with their statement is it's very vague.
Now, because I'm a very solution person. So like when people tell me they have problems, I'm very solution about it, basically, usually.
Now, I think based on context and kind of what I know about the parties involved, I think it's very clear they're talking about Filian.
What I'm saying is that this could have been, sorry. The tie-in is that this could have been avoided by them just saying, I mean, they could have gotten more information by just asking, right? Hey, we're a pro-Ukrainian, we're a very, very pro-Ukraine is our big thing. And this is what we're all about. And you are collabing with a person that was, you're collabing with a person that is, against those interests, right?
I think it's very clear they're talking about Filian, and they're likely talking about the collaboration intention with Kamish, but there's also another example people are looking at, and it's a collaboration they did with Smugalana, who is Russian, but also an American. And this was a stream with another Russian VTuber that was posted about 2 months ago. This is the only other thing that I could find, but it seems like this non-political stream with people who are not in any way associated with the Russian government probably wasn't the one that caused this, and it seems like it's much more on the commission.
Dude, like I'm gonna be real with you guys. Like I'm socially retarded. I'm socially retarded, but sometimes I see this shit that happens, and I'm just like, bro, maybe I'm a genius. Actually.
Intended collab and those interactions, but that's really what we're dealing with here, and the amount of misinformation I've seen on this is crazy. Again, I've said this a million times. People will think I'm forcing someone to think a certain way about this. I'm just trying to give an even and fair playing field where people can see what's...
Sorry, you guys, basically the thing, and I'm tangenting a little bit again. I just want to say that almost all of these kind of social issues, these social problems, can be solved by just asking. So like you have like a social issue, you should just ask, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. That's the point, right? You just say like, hey, is this what you meant by this? That's it.
I'm just trying to...
Like if people who were acquaintances of mine, you know, just asked me how I felt about asked me for my position on trans stuff, instead of telling me that I literally want trans people to die, but, you know, talking about it in private and having their little private shit talk group, then like could have all been avoided.
Give an even...
WePlay is not pro-Ukrainian. They're actually Ukrainian. They're literally dropping Filian because she talked to Russians, not Russian military, just Russians. I see. Well, I mean, like, they could just, okay, well, I mean, there you have it, right?
And fair playing field where people can see what's actually happening and then make an informed opinion based on that.
Yo, Pukanina, thanks for the gift sub to Alana. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
People are trying to make statements about events that never happened. People are making connections that aren't there. And they're saying things that are complete misrepresentations of what's actually occurring. And also they're trying to screw up the timeline of events to make Filian look guilty of whatever perceived wrong that they're trying to invoke. But for now, that's going to do it for this very messy situation. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next.
So wait, hold on. It doesn't even say, okay, hold on. This doesn't... Wait, this doesn't even say anything about the military. Cooperation with the Russians. Yeah, this doesn't even say it. What? What was that about? Yo, hey, Adon, thanks for the gifts to Filian. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wait, what? Hold on. What was all the military shit about? It's not even in here. I thought he was going to get to it. He didn't even... had nothing to do with it. What are people talking about? The Russian Russian defense? Like, what the...
I got that in.
Holy fuck, bro. This is literally like, you know, you guys ever watch... You guys ever watch that like documentary about fucking monkeys going to war? It's just like the same thing. It's just upgraded. This is ridiculous. Wait, guys, I totally forgot. I'm bad. Hold on. I was so caught up in my what the fucking that I forgot to tell you guys that you guys should check out this video by Rev. I'm gonna link you guys the video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you give it a thumbs up. Support the original creator because YouTube sucks a lot of ass right now, and you have to like it or comment or subscribe in order for the video to be counted as having a view. And a lot of these YouTubers like Rev, they make their living off of YouTube, and YouTube is not going to pay them unless you give it a thumbs up. And that's just how it is. I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to link you guys the video. Also, if you watch our video as well over on YouTube, our coverage of it, please also give the video a like, because a like or comment, preferably both, because again, YouTube is has been kind of fucking around with the view count system. So yeah.